Hey everybody, this is Eric Jacobson. I'm the CEO of the Battle of Franklin Trust. We are, in just a few days, we will be removed from the Declaration of Independence by 246 years. So I think the 4th is on a Monday, which means it'll be a big weekend. Lots of people will be heading out to the lake, to see friends, to hang out. Do all the things that we've done for a long time, but I encourage everyone to just take, even if it's 5 minutes, to think about what really was happening in the summer of 1776. It's easy to forget that we were already a year into that war when the people that we sort of roundly call the founders, but headed by the likes of Thomas Jefferson, Samuel and John Adams, Benjamin Franklin, of course, George Washington, set out on a new course. And Jefferson, with a little bit of editing and a little bit of help, penned, I think, one of the most important documents that the world has ever known, the Declaration of Independence. And before Jefferson got to his long list of grievances against the king, he laid out the case for equality, stating that all men are created equal and that we were all given this by a creator. And Jefferson meant all people. He didn't just mean men. He didn't just mean white people. He meant humanity. And Jefferson wasn't the first to think this. This was a long line of thought put forth by great thinkers and philosophers of the late 1600s and the early 1700s. But it crystallized here in this fledgling effort for independence in the midst of revolution. And the other thing I think that we must not forget is that this wonderful document, which is still debated today. People ask, does it really mean what it says? Did they really mean it? They were just rich white slave owners. How could they have meant it? They did. And some of the greatest evidence that they meant exactly what they said is that in 1860 and 1861, Abraham Lincoln was maintaining they meant exactly what they said, and many secessionists like Alexander Stephens and Jefferson Davis were actually saying, well, either no, they didn't mean it, or they did mean it and they were just wrong. So the Declaration really comes down to one of two things. Either they meant it or they didn't. And I think the evidence is clear that they did. Otherwise, why would the secessionists have taken the approach that it was just wrong, that it only applied to white people? I think it always applied to all of us. And in just 4 years, it will be 250 years since that document was released. We will have survived somehow, some way, through civil war, through economic ups and downs, through world wars, through strife of all shapes and forms. We will have survived a quarter of a millennia. And the Declaration of Independence remains the moral bedrock of our United States of America. So at some point, that weekend or on the 4th of July, just think about how important that document is to us yet today. Thanks.